This is a counter protest, by the way. The main event starts 1. There's a few others. There's Marty there. I'll probably attract a bit. Just not hang about. It'll get more interesting about 10, I imagine, when they start turning up. They'll start turning up before 1. Oh, look, and the police have gone. That's the statue over there. That's the statue over there, so officially that's a spot. Oh, just ignore me then. It's raining, so hopefully. So they're going to have a doodah here. Hey. Don't bother, mate. Straight hawk if you want.
Pardon?
Straight hawk.
Oh, shy talk, further, yeah.
Oh, yeah, brilliant.
Shy talk, yeah.
Is that a...
Flaff lads chase you.
I'm not sure what that means, but... Don't know, it says I've heard of your channel.
What?
It said something about Flaff channel, yeah, I'm not bothered.
Flaff lads chase you. Settle wankers.
Yeah, who cares?
That's where you belong with your cock and your legs.
Hardly a threat.
Well, you need to have your radio, man, so you can contact them.
Well, I have. I didn't think you'd be bringing it. Tell me next time. I'll bring it on Monday if you want.
Always bring it, man. We've always got our radio.
Although by the time it's there, I'm half asleep. Oh, strange chap. I honestly don't know what the effect is. I always tell them the channel name. It's hardly anything, is it? It's neutral. They get so flustered. Strange people, I'm not really even bothered. Oops. Okay, so we'll just leave this up, sod it. I don't know if the plants have come down. It's off balance on here.
Yeah? So.
Yeah, still high up. That's it.
Coming out of both, yeah. Coming out of both. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
That's all like then. Change your own fucking tyre then.
It's supposed to start 1, but I don't know what time it is. No, 10 more minutes. Has it gone up there?
What?
Has it gone up there?
Yeah, it's going down.
Alright, I'll go make sure it's safe.
come off with a shitty stick that looks like yours. You're beautiful, mate, aren't you?
Actually, if you knew what I do for youngster do,
What do you used to do?
that's alright. No, I'm not like you, mate.
Bye.
For one reason.
These guys like to do
We want the cricket. We want the same cricket that Tony Campbell set out. We can never see her face again.
Had vexed from that lot, you know, them football lot.
Did you drive over to it?
No, Michael Bartman.
Oh.
Are you off to London on Monday?
Monday?
Tractor
I can't do it, I'm on journey service. Yeah, I know. I'll be at National March on 18th though, you know, down in London. It's the big one that kicked off last time.
Right. Alright. been threatened, by the way, they've said them football clubs are coming down for
Oh yeah.
Costas.
I hope they do.
Yeah. By the time they get here, we're probably gone. What they do is go to the police station.
Obviously, because they're.
I know she said that, was it Manchester Police was really good?
Yeah, they were brilliant. Yeah, they were good.
Do you follow her everywhere then?
I
do.
I started going down to London with you quite a few years ago now, and then obviously go to. I couldn't do much last year. Yeah.
Hey, I think we're off to the police station, I'm not sure. That's what she said she was going to do if she had problems. Can't believe the police just let people do that. Anyway. They said there was a police station 7 minutes away, so I presume that's where we're heading to. Nice to know they prove themselves. These so-called fascist people by trying to suggest they're going to assault you. That's how violent fascists are. That's why you know they're fascists.
The protesters have joined us.
No, I think he's independent photographer.
Is that a tram sticker?
Oh, well. Looks like it's okay. I presume we're off to the police station, because that's what they were going to originally do.
Yeah, police station's over there, so
Yeah.
it makes sense.
You'd have thought, I didn't, when the police said they were going to let them mix, I thought they were going to still separate them. I didn't expect them to do that. That could have escalated.
Yeah.
But
Right, he's gone now.
I think he'll be back.
He's disappeared now.
They've taken my picture a few times.
It's just a good venue.
I wonder if they'll come up.
If the police station ain't open.
I thought the end of that path would be best. Where it's
Yeah, that's not a bad place.
Where it's
It's got all
pedestrian.
you've got all your restaurants and everything.
Because the other side is a bit out of the way. The police station is there.
Right, yeah,
The signal might be bad at the moment. If it breaks up, I'll have to. If it turns off, I'll come back. No, actually a bit.
They're still paying on the side, aren't
Oh, it's all over.
You're just setting up here?
I doubt it. I think we're crossing over. There won't be much. I don't know. Don't know what the plan is.
So what do you think?
No, she's just doing a. She's just doing a video.
Oh, he's gone over there with speakers on.
Yeah, she's just doing a video first.
Yeah, she's been doing it all way.
Well, she's talking to it now, I think.
The worst thing I've ever seen was when they did the same
I'll
thing.
just
with
nip
students
over.
and they started to push.
Oh, sorry.
Yesterday, and I'm so glad I did. The police said yesterday that
Hang on. Oh, sorry. Get run over. I don't know where the police are nearly split there. This is the police station. God, I love the fact that people threaten you when they're fascists and they pretend they're not fascists. That's what you do when you're a fascist. I wouldn't do that because I'm not a fascist like them, but I'm left wing. They're a joke, aren't they? Hang on.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, looks lovely.
Hello! Well, who knew? Well, I think all of us did, let's face it. Although I had a lot of confidence in Chloe on the phone yesterday with her nonchalant, well, we don't really know what's going to happen, do we? Yes, we fucking do. 3 years. 3 years all over the world, they're all the same. That's what happens if you rot in your mum's basement, isn't it? Well, I guess it's better than a rock pocket, I guess, if you just rot. Right, you will have to be vigilant, because quite a few of them have tried to infiltrate today. Isn't it joyful? I feel more protected by this building with the sign of police than the actual police. And can I also say, I recently spent a little bit of time in Brazil. I felt safer in the sort of the shadow of a favela with those police who actually came out than the Nottingham police. So, but anyway, I just want to say to Chloe, fuck you. And who is it? Inspector Dullard. Sorry? Gummer. Inspector Dullard. Dear Inspector Gummer, I really, really hope that you have a very good pension. Oh good, I'm glad they're watching. I hope he's got a good pension, because today was operationally kind of shit. And we told the police, let me just tell everyone here, and everyone listening, and those lovely men doing construction. I don't have any Diet Cokes, I'm just saying. If you wonder why the police were inactive today, and why they allowed a group of intimidating misogynists, some of them in dresses, some of them not, surround us to try and stop us from talking, which, let's face it, they kind of succeeded in the town centre. If you're wondering how that happened, I'll tell you how it happened. We said, hello police, we're going to have a meeting. Here's some evidence of what normally happens to us in these meetings, that the men come and they try and stop us, and the police said, la 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 la. What? Sorry? No, it'll be fine. We don't really know what's going to happen, she said, in a Brummie accent apparently. And we said, well, we got 3 years, and our lovely Karina here was, she was just so superbly sarcastic. It was quite subtle, so the passive-aggressive woman on the other line didn't really know when she was saying, just speak to people there, as if she was writing it down. I think that was my favourite bit. But anyway, we told the police repeatedly, in writing and on the phone, that we needed their assistance, and they basically said, go fuck yourselves, pretty much. You're on your own, ladies. We're hoping that we're so nonchalant and so uninterested in your ask for help that you don't come, that you don't speak. And I dare say there's a fair few women that didn't come today because they were quite frightened that the police wouldn't protect them, and actually they were right. They were absolutely bang on right. So anyway, we're now at the police station. There are more uniforms in here than there were police on the street, so we're all very happy about that. But we start off like this, now that we're here. It's all very cosy, isn't it? What a day this has been, what a rare mood I'm in, why it's almost like being us. Okay, so we came to Nottingham because 3 years ago we were just doing events in London. It wasn't even called Let Women Speak then, it was called Standing for Women, Speaker's Corner. And I decided that there were loads of women across the country who couldn't make it to London. It was just too far, but they'd really want to come. But the ordeal of actually coming to talk about this, when the climate was potentially worse then, was just not something they could do. It wasn't like the journey as well as everything else was just something they couldn't do. And then I was looking for a place to host the first Speaker's Corner outside of London, and lo and behold, here in Nottingham is, I mean, ironically maybe, a Speaker's Corner where you have the right to go and speak. And so we came to Nottingham, and some of the women that came 3 years ago are here. Yay! And what was just lovely about Nottingham, and why it will always be very, very close to my heart, is when those porn-sick fetishist, not well practiced at the time, troons came out, they started trying to shout us down, and then the women just organically started shouting, let women speak. And then from then on, that's what we say. And it's not please, it's no begging, it's saying that we create a space where we let women speak. It's a demand. It's like when you say to your children, let me get past. You're not really saying, do you mind awfully? You know, if I use the word let, I'm not really asking anyone. I'm telling them that I'm going to do it, and they might as well just let me do it. So that's how Let Women Speak came about. And Nottingham hasn't really improved since then. Although one of the troons has now had facial kind of feminisation surgery. So in many ways, he's got a lot worse as well. So, and there were many more of them. There were just a few with their pathetic little signs. And I remember one of their faces when we said, we know you're a man, you look like a man, you're a man. He honestly looked like he was going to cry. He looked so upset. I don't think anyone had ever said, no, you're not a woman, no. So we've just decided to say more of that today. So I won't talk anymore because I've talked quite a lot. But if you've just tuned in, the Nottingham police decided not to really show up today. We've given them fair warning. So we've come to a place where they're also not, which is a police station, which is a comment more on the whole country rather than just Nottingham Police. I think the nearest police station is not walking distance, and there's no police about either. So if you're a criminal and you want to do some crime, Nottingham City Centre is the best place to do it. Anyway, who would like to speak? Yes, no. Well done.
Hi, so I've lived in Nottingham over 30 years, and I'm just in shock that we, as women, cannot safely stand in a market square and have a conversation, and the police protect us for that. It's almost unbelievable. Nottingham, as you notice, is fully on board with the trans sling. Everywhere I go, see men dressed as women. celebratory events. There's one coming up for Women's Day, 2 excellent female poets, then there's going to be a women-only, trans-inclusive open mic following it, apparently. Lovely. Anyway, I've never written a poem before, but I was inspired by the events up in, I think, Edinburgh to do with the 5Ks this week. It's called How Did It Come to This? The rules are clear, the rules are plain. Women have to play the game. Be kind, they say. What's up with you? Why do you have to say what's true? We know the truth and they do too, but admit it, that will never do. So instead we watch another farce, with the King's Council having to ask, how can you say he is a man? What did you study for your degree? Are you a professor of biology? If the NHS had stuck to reason, not got caught up in this silly season, they could say, as simply as you and me, that man's a man, it's plain to see.
So bigoted. Yes.
Hi, my name's Penny. I've lived in Nottingham all my life. Before I start, I just want to say, in the 1970s, I marched against the National Front through the back streets of Birmingham, and I've been more scared today than I was then, and that's the truth. I want to talk about left-wing men. Present company accepted, obviously. I've been on the left all my adult life. I joined the Socialist Workers' Party when I was 19, and later I was a member of the Workers' Socialist League, the Trotskyist group. I was active in the Labour Party and my union, the CPSA, which is now called the PCS. In later years I was burnt out and stopped activism, but I've always held leftish views. So my experience of men on the left is extensive, including being married to one, who was there today on the other side incidentally. So, yeah, my experience of men on, left-wing men are no different in their attitudes to women than any other men. In fact, they're often worse. My happy memories of activism are things like attending Labour Party women's section meetings, attending pro-choice demos, the men on the coach, one, the driver, and the close friendships I formed with the women I will probably profoundly disagree with now, but still love. However, I have so many unhappy memories. My then partner telling me that politics was more important to him than me and our newborn child. Forcing myself to go to meetings through a fog of postnatal depression because I was afraid of the criticism I would get for not going. Being told more times than I can count that now is not the time, comrade, about women's issues because something, anything more important came along. Women's issues were always treated as back burner problems to be dealt with like Yana. Cleaning the house, doing the laundry, childcare, all trivial distractions from the important political work the men were doing. All this is a million miles from how left-wing men see themselves. And if you think times have changed, remember Owen Jones' approval of a young woman wearing a t-shirt that said, "We'll suck dicks for socialism." You're right, they have changed, they've got worse. Men on the left think they are the upholders of women's rights, the male saviours who will make everything right after the revolution. In the meantime, they actively trample on the rights we already have. They call us prudes because we don't want to see a stranger's lady dick, bigots because we don't want our girls playing sports against boys, and Nazis because we have the temerity to come to meetings like this. A few years ago I saw a post on Twitter asking why so many TERFs move to the right and become full-on spectator readers. There are complex factors at play here. Whole articles have been written about how the left is now the right, how women like me have burst out of our confirmation bias bubble, and so on. But the most obvious answer is this: you're not here for us, you so-called lefty men. You never have been, and you've given us no reason to believe you ever will be.
I'm not lying, I just heard someone say, "Are you still married to him?" So hooray for divorce. I hope he had a lot of money and I hope you took it all. Anyway, isn't it awful? I agree with you. I just keep coming back to the left. And is this maybe a logical conclusion? of the left. Like, we all know what monsters are on the right. And actually we're allowed to say that they're monsters, and everyone recognises them as monsters. And this is the world over, and I really have travelled quite a lot now. And there is still this thing on the left that is, we are morally superior. Or someone says, I'm not on that, the left left me. Right? And I'm just wondering, what was the left? Because I've spoken to people whose grandparents were in the Fabian Society, starting at all. And it was totally rife with abuse, with child abuse, and child sexual abuse. And then we had pie, and then we got prostitution, and then we got surrogacy. And I'm not saying that they are just on the left. I'm saying they are on the left. And there's a fair few people on the right who are, you know, a bit liberal and think that prostitution is a woman's choice. Yeah. That's why rich women do it, right? All those rich women that are prostitutes and carry babies for other people. So it's just really interesting, and I wonder, and I often say this, that I wonder whether the left is a veneer of just virtue, and actually it's only a veneer. And so they can permanently have to tell each other that they're good people. And I think that some of us, probably many of us, realise that there is good and there is bad, and politics is a distraction in between, because it doesn't matter what side or what person you vote for, there is nothing that makes you good besides the things that you do, not the things that you say, and not the people that you agree with. But there is a party that you should join, if not, just to state that actually there is one thing that you might actually believe in. And we don't ask for anything else at Party of Women. We just say this one thing that all the other parties, no matter how much they talk about it, they never really are going to put it on the top of their priority. Whether they're Reform, Conservative, Labour, Green, Communist, whatever political party, we're never going to be the priority. And often when you talk about single-sex spaces, someone's like, well, what about women in Guatemala? And you're like, well, what about us? Like, is it not bad enough that I can't go into a female-only space and assume that it's female? Is it not bad enough that if I ask for a chaperone in a hospital, he still might have a penis? Like, is that not bad enough? And I just think that what we have to do in this country, and the Americans have so overtaken us, but what we have to do in this country, I was going to say we're going to lead the way, but no, we just have to follow an orange man's orders. We don't have to follow him. Don't have to follow him. I'm not asking you to think that he's like the Lord and Saviour. I'm just saying the executive orders are bloody great, aren't they? And you know a woman wrote them, right? You can hear it, you can feel it when you see that adult human female, when you see that, all the definitions and every kind of thing that she thought, you know she's had 1,000 arguments about this. And so she's gone, oh, I better quickly put what is female then, because some arsehole's going to go, well, what is female? And so she's just answered every question, but we were leading this, we let them get it. We let them take it from us. So now we have to take it back. I don't know how we're going to do that, but just knowing the truth and speaking the truth, and making sure that countries, like, they all look to us. There's a reason we're called Turf Island. I was in the middle of a Rio Carnival rehearsal, and a 60-year-old black man with dreads down to here, he said, I love what you do, let women speak. Right? And then I realised nobody gave me a but like, we make a difference all over the world because we say the things that need to be said in a really great way, and a British accent just makes it even better. Anyway, I'll stop talking. Who else would like to speak? Must be one of you who came 3 years ago. I think one of our lovely people has just gone to deal with police. Oh, those men are definitely from the protest. Those middle-aged men there.
Oh, those ones there. The one with the suffragette stuff.
someone actually had a radio on that sort of.
Yeah, so what we saw.
Yeah, I heard it. Here. Mark, that bloke from Leeds is a. I've seen him watching us in that football club.
I'm gonna right. I know you can record in public. I'm not stopping you at all. It's just that I've got to appreciate people's
Oh.
I think it's a street hawk or something.
Oh. Okay. Karina wanted to speak. Who else wanted to speak?
So if you just Google wedding people.
That bloke from Leeds is here. The one with the bald head, one of them football clubs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were watching us and he's disappeared. I'm unspent, it was there, but he might know. What happened there? Oh, you're missing all the action.
What action?
No, I don't know.
Are you
I'm
over
just
there?
winding you up.
I've been down there. What are you doing? Oh, God.
Me too.
Do you not drive then?
No, well, there's three of us, you say.
Yeah. Why
We're in a two-seater.
Don't look at that on the live.
It doesn't matter. I don't know what it is.
Like that, what were it? There were a Palestine thing where someone got gunned because you had someone in the boot.
Yeah, you just can't risk it. I mean, if the police stop us,
Yeah.
I mean, in the old days you could just drive in the boot, couldn't you?
To be honest,
But these
I've
days,
just come to see what the police are giving them.
no, there's no police anywhere, is there?
Honestly, I was expecting there to be lines and lines of police everywhere,
Yeah.
but they were like,
When that
three,
car,
they didn't get out
I
of the
know.
car for about 10 minutes.
When they said that car where they weren't going to separate them, I thought, yeah, they're going to do it a bit. No, that could have turned after. Some of them have turned. Our mates from Leeds have turned up apparently. One of them turned up and says, "Oh, them football, them fascist ones that pretend to be anti-fascist." I went, like I'm bothered. I mean, that just proves they're fascists if they're threatening her. But what said, but
I've not seen anyone from Leeds.
no, it was just. Oh no, I saw one of the trans people I've seen. I think they're from. Actually, well, before it's Sheffield from here. Yeah.
I drove through Sheffield on the way.
Yeah.
I got out of bed late.
Well, I nearly missed it because the dog knocked the charger out the phone, so it didn't even it wasn't charging. I just turned it and I thought this is getting late.
Surely you, with your technical prowess, have some power banks.
Yeah, but they weren't plugged in. They were plugged into a little one.
Now that's two things you've not got plugged in.
Yeah, normally I carry everything, but
So I'm going to get a couple of pictures.
Yeah. Well, be careful because there's some idiots around. Just be careful.
There's a quote okay, this is an Emmeline Pankhurst. When men come to disrupt women's meetings, they come together with noise.
Fascist!
I'm giving it.
But the police actually did agree that they should intervene, but they don't have the numbers.
Okay, I don't know what's been said there, but
Just a bit of a demo. Oh dear. Chaos, isn't it? Hang on. Just have a look around. Doesn't look like the other counter protesters are here. Just thought I'd have a quick look. Nuts, isn't it?
In a dress,
Hang on.
everyone in that area knows that he's seeing patients, teenage girls, vulnerable women. It's so disgusting. So many people have seen him put his, his
I think they're
doctor's
just
uniform
complaining
on
about him not doing
and
much.
then tell everyone that he's a woman and coercing probably his wife. Because there's a lot of coercive control that goes on with these men. It's incremental. It's a bit of eyeliner at home, a bit of nail varnish. I'm never going to wear it outside, love. No, just fancy it, just fancy it. Next minute, your underwear. Next minute, he's outside wearing eyeliner and nail varnish, then lipstick, then a dress. Then you're sitting in with him while he gets his extortionate extensions and he spent most of your money on clothes so he can dress up and take photos of himself and wank himself into oblivion. Well, that would be nice actually if you did. Wouldn't it be, you know that whole thing, oh don't do that, you'll go blind? Well they don't, do they? But everyone saw him in this hospital. I've heard from nurses who say that these men, when they're nurses, they hang around listening for the, can we have a chaperone? They hang around in wards listening, hoping that it's them. We had a caller in who's quite a prolific poster on Twitter. She's been chronically ill for 10 years. And she's got like an immune system kind of crazy thing going on. So it's taken a long, if you've got chronic illness or know anyone with chronic illness, it takes a long time to be diagnosed. And often, nobody bothers joining up all your symptoms. So you might go to somebody about one thing and somebody else about another. But nobody treats you as a whole human, so you rarely get a good diagnosis. So you just spend your life going to hospital appointments and being disappointed and waiting for 6 weeks, 6 months, come back in a year. So she finally gets her diagnosis. She's in there having an internal exam and the guy she's been with for 10 years says, would you like a chaperone? She says, yeah.
Absolutely, and obviously it's a get off just come down.
Looks down at the feet. My grandma. What big feet you have. And so she's in a room having an internal exam with 2 men. So I would imagine just one man is probably not half as bad as the person coming in to look after you. Now, she knew that everybody in that room knew that he was a man. She could not say it because she risked jeopardising the relationship with a consultant that's taken 10 years. So she can't risk that. He can't say anything. He's chosen not to say anything while she is practically sexually assaulted because it's a non-consensual view of her genitals by a man in a hospital in a position of trust. So she hasn't consented, so she's being sexually assaulted. And she can't say anything, he won't say anything because he's too frightened about his job, he doesn't give a shit about her. And nobody can say anything, and then the troon is having the time of his life. Because one of the best things for their very small erections is invading women's boundaries. Oh, it's better than sex. Actually making a woman uncomfortable, knowing she can't say no, is just an endless joy for that troon. And that's not just happening in one hospital, that's happening all over the country. Or they're going in, where that lady Teresa was having a pre-op, they're going in, not even knocking not even getting disciplined. And then her life-saving treatment was cancelled, and her recovery goes back 6 months because she has to wait 3 months. So this is what we're talking about. So I know it's awful for that woman that she's now going through this whole tribunal and how remarkable she is. But what makes me just far more afraid is the fact that so many people just ignored the risk that he posed to patients and just let him carry on doing it. And I'm just saying, I posted a picture today where you've got everyone doing a Nazi salute except one man. And I think we all know we'd have folded arms, despite the accusations. I think we all know we'd have folded arms. We know that we're the people that says, I won't go along with it. No matter how much it impacts me, no matter what punishment, I'm not going along with that. So we know that we are definitely the folded arms people. And I think there's loads of people who think they're really good, who are saluted like a mother. Their arms would have been up so quick, you wouldn't have been able to see it. So well done all of you who came today, because you know that you are on the right side. Forgive the pun. But you are on the proper side, the decent side, the good side, the morally courageous side. Unlike the troons, who are mostly on the side of, I don't know, something evil. Okay, who would like to speak? Come on!
Testing, okay. Hello,
This is Karina from the phone call.
I do have a telephone voice, so I'm going to try. I'm not going to use it today, so. Hello, I'm Karina, and I'm a hate criminal. A repeat offender. I just can't help it. I've done some very bad things, like writing letters about the protection of women and having an opinion. Luckily for us, the Police and Crime Commissioner has pledged to help reduce violence against women and girls. And Nottinghamshire Police have a campaign called Don't Be That Guy. Hey. The campaign urges men to question their behaviour towards women. I don't think that's gone very well today, right? I was going to shout, I was going to look at the mob and then turn to the police and go, how's it going, guys? But do be careful what you say, because Nottinghamshire Police will ring you up and tell you off. Be careful who you tell your opinions to, because Nottinghamshire will come to your house in a riot van. True story. Be careful what shopping bags you refuse in your local haberdashery, because they have the Nazi Lovers Love sticker on it. Because Nottinghamshire Police will get you down to the station and interrogate you under caution. But I have got a message for Nottinghamshire Police and for the Police and Crime Commissioner Gary Godden, or Gary God forbid. I urge you to consider your behaviour towards women who say no to men. Don't be that guy who ignores us when we say no, we don't want men in our changing rooms. Don't be that guy who ignores women when we say we don't want men in our toilets. Don't be that guy who ignores us when we say we don't want you on our hospital wards, or in our sports, or in our prisons. Don't be that guy.
So one's up May. What's the one in London? May. Don't be that guy. Oh. Who else would like to speak? Come on. I can speak all day. And we'll be. Let's come on. Oh, it's a candidate. Sorry.
Well, I just wanted to talk about a lot of different things actually. So a couple of weeks ago, Posty keeps on saying buy the merch because the merch does the job, and actually it does. I had a jump on with turf the other day, and I went shopping, and I could see this woman looking at it, and she kept looking at it, and then I was about to walk away, and she goes, "You're so brave," and I says, "What do you mean?" She says, "Your jumper," and I said, "Oh, do you know what it means?" And she says, "Yes." And she splurged everything out. But she'd never heard of Standing for Women. She'd never heard of WRN, Sex Matters, anything. She just found the information out. But she was so on the game. She knew about it. And she was a lesbian, and she was telling me how her community had been decimated. And by raising this, she'd lost a lot of friends. But when you can say to her, well, these women's groups, whichever one you join something. But I think, no, but you have to, don't you? But I'd say this is my turf jumper. But wearing my female jumper, again, somebody else came up to me and says, "You're brave." People are realising what it means. They might never have heard of the women's groups. They will not know that anybody is out here fighting back. They think they're alone. And so I think it is worth buy some merch. And then she could have had a bit of security today as well. But also as well, it's the fear. So people say to me, "Oh, you're so brave." And actually it's not bravery. It's because I'm fucking annoyed and I'm pissed off that nobody else comes and does it. And every time I go out, it's like, maybe somebody else will follow behind. And they don't. And I go out everywhere, and I go on my own. And it's because I can't be bothered to always travel 20 miles in the opposite direction. But you know, even going out your own, people know. And people realise, and people are getting scared. On the other side, they're taking the pronouns out of their bios. So I stood for election in the general election, and I give it, and I didn't get many votes, and as the twats down there were saying, you only got 0.5% of the votes. But actually, it's made me known in my local area, and they still don't want to talk. So even though my MP, Ian Sollum, is for transitioning children, he's on the right side of history, he doesn't want to talk to me. He can tell me, he can listen to me in my speech telling me when I'm raised about the issue of women in prisons, and he can tell me that he's for women's rights, but he doesn't want to talk about me. He doesn't want to tell me why he's in favour of putting men in women's prisons. So why not? If he's so right on and the Liberal Democrat policies are so right, why doesn't he want to talk to me? Why is the twat that was hiding in the cafe, why doesn't he come out and talk to me? Because he thinks that lesbians sleep with people because they're in a meat suit. And you like somebody because of their brain, not because of their body and their brain. You know, they're idiots. They've bought into it and they can't say. So why are you letting that fear get on top of you? You know, they're on the back foot. So push them for it. Have a look at your council's websites, because their equality policies are still wrong. And you've all got the information, you've all got the knowledge. So write to them, push them, get them to justify their stance. Because Cambridgeshire County Council, they were fined £62,000 for harassing Liz Pitt. Are they going to change their policies? Oh, they fuck. The woman who chased it, she's got promoted. You know, they're all getting promoted. You know, and unless we get over that fear, we're going to, what happens? You know, get out there, do something. And actually, you know, the twats today, did you see how many women were out there with intense testosterone? They had the beards. Well, 10 years ago I was working in a college, and women were being taught to take all their hair from their body. So all the ones that failed GCSEs were doing a beauty therapy course and getting rid of every single bit of hair from their body. These stupid women are taking testosterone to give themselves more hair that they're not going to want in another 10 years. You know, we're getting screwed. Women are getting screwed both ends of this thing. You either buy into that fetish or you buy into that bloke's fetish. And it's like, you know, give women the opportunity. They're those younger women.
We're going to go back down.
Right. I'll come with you then. Stick together. Just be careful, I think they're planning on attacking us.
There's police down there as well.
Yeah, but as soon as we leave. Marty's there. Marty's there.
See you later, Chief.
We're going to go get some action after these guns.
Yeah.
Alright.
No worries.
Where's he going? Where's he going? I don't know, does he know where he is? Yeah, I think I can come yeah, watch your back. There's something. I know.
It's all fun and games, I want the violence.
I know. Just make sure you got enough power on in case that.
Yeah, I've got this in my fingers and that, mate. I can't wait to see it on some fucker. I'm telling you.
That's why I turned the GoPro just to reserve power from.
I've changed one battery, I'm on like 80% in the second one.
Yeah, you know what'll happen, you'll have no power when it comes to it. I'm not sure they're going to be much longer here anyway. Yeah.
I spent half the time recording in fucking linear pluses though, so I was using all my space and I didn't realise.
Yeah, in the past.
I've just put it back onto fucking wide.
Yeah. That's, well, in the past I had it on that super high, whatever it is, data thing, and I think it's.
I've been recording that linear plus.
How many are watching yours? Don't yours number it? Mine says 46. But most come in and go, so it's mislead until you come off. Right, we're going down to the second bit. Are they still protesting?
Yes.
I'm surprised they didn't come up here.
158 foot.
It's raining now. Let's see if we get assaulted by them fascists. I mean, this is the point, you can't call yourself anti-fascist when you start, you know, in your head you've got to abuse people. Just thugs. Anyway, if they want to prove they're thugs, it's up to them. It's already recorded. It's raining. I mean, I thought this protest would have finished. I mean, the protesting themselves really, aren't they? But hey ho. I was just... fitting. Well, they must have gone by now. Nice and clean. Oh, that's a sharp turn. I bet they're gone.
So I'm not sure.
Looks like they've gone. I thought they would have done. Have they gone?
Or the live view box, so that will get super duper.
I'll stay on just in case. I should have stayed up there. Anyway, we're only a minute away. Hang on. Pouring down now. Well, not pouring down, but it's that fine mist. Some recognises him. Walk up. Hang on, right here. They've already cut. In. Oh, I'm supposed to be threatened by fascist thugs who are weird and freaky and like to sexually molest people. Ooh. Weirdos. So I don't really threaten me. And doing that on camera, you just come across as a div. Well, at least it just provides evidence that these guys are fascists. I think they're going around threatening people as opposed to, you know, only a fascist threatens someone filming. Jesus, they couldn't be more fascists, could they? Anyway. Watch us get attacked now.
Is that you that sent the eggs?
No, it seems further back. I think the way Matt put the counter protest off too. There we go. Hang on. See if they're still there, it looks like it. Yeah. I think we've come the wrong. Can't you? I can. See ya. See you later then. Just so we can get the end of it, please. They've gone. They're gone, long gone. Well, unless they're somewhere else, we can't see them. I think the protesters have gone, we went, they're not there, so unless they've moved.
It makes sense.
Cheers.
We're standing here because the police in Nottingham have made a commitment to help end the violence against us. They talked about it earlier. There's a real good commitment. But today was the day off. So we told them, and apparently the police officer talked to one of our ladies. We should just, in a minute, we should just phone it and let them. So anyway, somebody talked to one of the police and the police were like, oh, lessons will be learned. We'll have meetings on Monday. Like, I'll tell you this is why. Because when police speak, it's a bit like whenever I've spoken to my children.
Can't wait till I get that box.
Until I use my proper football voice. When I come to people, what people think that they're for women is, and they just, it's nothing, which is why a man saying, I feel afraid in a men's toilet, is listened to more than a woman saying, I feel afraid of the man in my toilet. And that's why men, if you want something to do, right, when there's something to say to you,
not like it. That's really big. They don't help themselves. I mean, and when there's a couple of footballs coming up, you can be anti-fascist in the same way that that's fascist. I mean, I've always said it without just shouting. What is that? No. Well, I mean, it's not about projecting there's a lot of projecting. There was one thing that had near Manchester the other day. I think they just got the council, they didn't have the council, but so I wasn't shocked. It was. Get quality like mate.
Just kept buffering.
Yeah, it's I had it a little bit down there, but see, there's a few people using their phones, and that once you start doing that, that kills the.
Well, that's why we need that live view box.
If it works.
We need that super duper live view box, it'll be all good.
Is he okay?
What?
Marty, is he okay?
Yeah, he's got for some food, hasn't he?
Yeah, I know, but don't jump on him. That's Yorkshire News Now Yorkshire. So if you go on, and there's Marty as well. He's here. They've got bigger channels than me, a lot bigger. Not as good. No, in theory, really. They just have me to they get more views than me on camera. Yeah. Oh look, I've got 59 and you've got 31.
I've only just started 5 seconds ago.
Excuses.
I had to end it, didn't I?
No, shame.
No, I just saying I had to end my stream and restart.
6 section's bad. Bow down on bow. That's that. Interrupting him.
I went to London last week to the United Kingdom March.
They went. Yeah, I think.
What is called as this?
No.
We were right up front in that one. We had the media pass.
But what really, if they'd been in Manchester, that's when that bug burning happened, and who filmed it? Me. This lot missed out. They're not professionals like me. They don't know the story.
I've got 44.
They've just gone down now, you can't. You just lost me a mile.
Not worth considering. I know how you think their logic is not that far removed from our take, if I'm completely honest. They might not have the same outright misogyny, but there's definitely a connection. And this is kind of just craziness. The way transactionists back there, and the way they act generally, reminds me a little bit of particularly badly behaved dogs. They get their territory in Newcastle, they try to steal one of our songs. And then it's like weed on their territory. It wouldn't surprise me if, you know, they send us out, we're down here out of Nottingham. If they get their way and start weeding on where we were. I just want to say this. The police, so yeah, the police, lots of different things. So, they apparently want to make misogyny an aggravating factor, such that makes crime more serious. They have a target for decreasing violence against women and girls. I think there's a national group for Labour. It's quite amusing, I think. They really demonstrate that well. I think we should write to them and ask how what they've done today squares with those policy objectives, because it's just balancing the bullshit. And also, just from a slightly more legal perspective, Article 10 ECHR, I've got to talk about the ECHR actually at the microphone, I always did. It is the right to give and receive information. I actually said that to a policeman, he rolled his eyes at me today. So they obviously don't think women are worthy of that right, despite what I just said about them being worthy of consideration. Article 11, freedom of association. Police have a positive duty to enforce the rights of citizens when individuals try to infringe them. They completely fail. So they've breached people's human rights, they've allowed breach of people's human rights, and again, their policy of
it was like being in a sixth form kind of play about how politicians should behave. But sitting next to him, where he's like, well, I like to think that everyone can choose because it's really serious about the violence against women and girls. And I was like, yeah, by who? Well, it's really fun because you do get to be in places where we're normally mad. If you do that, I promise we will win. And do you know why else we're going to win? Because I never lose.
Looks like the end of the speeches.
Cheers.
Missing all that footage. That was about places to go to, they go to a fucking police station, don't they? I like that fucking food.
Oh, can't you even go close?
No, because I'm not allowed to make a video or audio on the police premises, or I'm not allowed to attend at a police station. That would clearly be attending at a police station, wouldn't it?
Ow. Never even occurred to me.
There was no good footage up here anyway, the good footage down there, so fuck it. You know what I mean?
Well, if I
missed
kicked
anything.
off, you could have always given me a GoPro and I'd have done
There's
it.
not to miss anyway.
No.
Right, so fuck it.
There was only that guy and I don't know what that was about.
People on my video say, "There was 6 speeches close to yours and Mike's cameras."
Yeah. Not exciting. I'm surprised they've gone, but...
Well, then I thought they'd won, won't they? Because they all packed up and went and that. They're like, oh yeah, we beat him.
But
they made him
must
shut
know.
down.
Yeah,
blah,
but they've
blah,
all
blah.
watched the vid. They must know she was going to go to the police station. Or followed them. Some of them followed them up.
Thank you very much for joining us. But we are going to wrap up here in Nottingham Central Police Station.
No. No, it's legal. Yeah, we'll end it there, folks.
Come on then, boys.
Hang on, please.